What's up guys, MrGimms back again, and today we're going to be going through my overall thoughts and opinions and tier placement on the twins. I'm not going to bring up my tier list that I did a couple of months back and place her in there. I'm just going to tell you what I think about her after having about 50 to 60 matches with her. It's somewhere in between because I don't count the PTB matches and all that. Before we get into all that though, make sure you like, share and subscribe. If you like the channel, you like the content, and you want to stay up to date with DVD news and everything around it. And also consider joining my Discord to join the conversation there. All the links are in the description below. But yeah, the twins, definitely probably one of the most underwhelming and disappointing chapters. I think everyone can agree to a certain point on that. She is well designed. She's a cool looking killer. The idea of having two killers in one has always been something that people have fantasized about in the DVD universe. It's just cool being in two places at once. But you're not really. You're not really. You take control of one, either Victor or Charlotte at any given time, and it sort of just rotates around that. And it's no doubt that it's cool. It's no doubt it's cool, but it's definitely let down by the way that this chapter was released. DVD has obviously apologized for that. Not obviously, it's the first time they've ever apologized. What am I talking about? They have apologized for it, and they, haven't really sort of commented any further on that. They've just said we apologize for it. It was rushed. It was rushed, and it's clear it was rushed. We have now since gotten, obviously, the locker add-on where now you can see Victor attach himself to the locker. Yeah, to me, 10 seconds isn't enough. It just isn't enough. I'm at rank 1. I'm a rank 1 killer. I don't know how everyone else is faring up, but yeah, at rank 1, it sucks. It's not enough. It doesn't do anything. It's worked for me maybe twice ever, and that's not very good in the grand scheme of it all with like 50 games. If you don't know how she works, you start off as Charlotte, which is the girl. And you walk around and you are just an M1 killer. You're at normal movement speed. There's nothing special about you, but you hold Victor inside you, obviously. Victor, you can release at any time, and then you take control of Victor and not Charlotte. Victor can then go, quite fast. He can pounce after a charge time, and he can attach himself to survivors. When he attaches himself to survivors, they can no longer do gens. They can do everything else. They just can't do gens. But they can just remove Victor with, another loading bar because DVD reasons, and then they kill Victor, and then you get Victor back, I think, after 45 seconds. It might be less than that. I don't know. If you hit a survivor with Victor and they're already injured, you knock them down permanently. But if you are successful in attack or you miss an attack, a survivor can kill Victor pretty quickly. It kind of sucks, like just how easy it is. But apart from that, that's what you got. You got yourself an M1 killer and a sort of a killer and a half a killer that can pounce on people. And people were let down since the PTB, and then when it was released live, they were even more let down. Probably why I've only faced 3 twins. 3 twins at Red 1 Survivor ranks. 3 twins. That's got to tell you something. Her add-ons are shit. I don't care about them. I don't care about them. The iridescent aren't worth it. Again, you've ruined it off the get-go. And again, rushed is going to be like the crux of this conversation. Iridescent pendant. If a survivor crushes Victor while he's idle, they suffer from the exposed status effect. This has worked once. So they've killed Victor. I've managed to get there in 12 seconds, and I've managed to get him down. And it was great. It felt awesome when I did it, but it's happened once. So this is crap. Charlotte is granted the undetectable status effect for 12 seconds after waking up from her idle state. It's okay. It's not iridescent quality. But, some of these are okay, I guess. A lot of people say this is bad. I like it. Slightly decreases the time it takes for Charlotte to be awoken from her dormant state. It can be good. It's not amazing, but to me, it's better than that. But Dark Tyrant, big shout out to Dark Tyrant, one of my subs. He told me to try Toy Sword and Tiny Fingernail. And I hate this, because why are we using brown add-ons? Why are brown add-ons the best? So to me, these two are the best out of what I've explored so far. I've played off stream as well. They're the best. Let's go through them. It's like Demogorgon all over again. And he's getting a rework soon. So it's like, okay. Slightly decreases the time to charge a pounce. That's really effective. It actually helps when you're in combat. So it might not look like too much on, on paper, but it's actually really good. It really helps her. Him. And Tiny Fingernail moderately decreases the time for Victor to separate from Charlotte. So he just goes, he's out, he's done. It's good. It's moderately as well. Moderately. For a brown add-on. Yeah, so these two are my go-to now. And how many of these have I got? 48 and 50. Great. So I can just use that for the end of time. And as far as perks, everyone's a little bit all over the shop at the moment with perks for her. Perks are obviously going to help her. I would strongly suggest having, you know, generator perks. I find that helps the most. I like to not play with them all the time. I'm talking about like your Ruin, your Undying, and then Pop as a backup, and then, you know, Corrupt Intervention as well to set up the early game. But honestly, you get a Big Mac with the twins, and if the survivors want to gen rush, they're going to gen rush. And there's nothing you can do. She's not strong enough to hold a rank 1 Survivor Friends team, best add-ons, best perks, on comms. She's not good enough for that. You can try your best and you might get a 2k, but honestly, you lose quite a lot with her. And it's not about exploring her more. I've played this game long enough. I've played her long enough. I've tested her long enough. Even after the fixes, she's lackluster. It's great you can be in 2 places at once, but you can't be at 2 places at once at the same time. So people get that mixed up. People are spraying that on the forums. You 2 killers. They can kill Victor if they see him, and you can't control one. You know what I mean? So anyway, try all different sorts of perks. Franklin's is great because everyone's in item mode at the moment for some reason. I've seen a few keys as well because, you know, we got nerfed with Mori. And yeah, it's just, it's gen stopping perks is the best, I'd say, for now, until you get good enough with her. But even then, you're going to find it hard at rank 1. I can't speak about the rest of the ranks. Everyone might be having a different experience, but at rank 1, it's hard. And, you know, it should be, but sometimes you get absolutely sweated out, and it sucks. I need to address the most common way that people are playing her. They're playing the camping version of the twins, and that's not how the devs intended. I don't believe it's the way they wanted this killer to come across, because they do try to make a fun game. They try to make it a fun game as much as possible, especially for the survivors. Jesus Christ. But with more playing and watching other people playing her, they're putting Victor next to the hook and they're hunting with Charlotte. And that way, when someone goes to save someone off the hook and you've hidden Victor somewhere, you go for a pounce and insta-down them. And it's just a little bit shit. I'm not choosing to play her like that. I refuse to, because I don't enjoy it. When you're getting sweated out, it's hard to stop doing that because you're getting sweated out. But I don't want to play her like that. It's boring. It's boring for me tunneling a survivor. It's boring for me downing a survivor. It's boring for me slugging survivors. It's not my playstyle, unfortunately. So for me, personally, I don't really like her playstyle either. Let's go over her perks as well before we finish up. Perks are extremely lackluster. Hoarder. This was broken at the start. It's fixed-ish now, so let's have a look at it. Survivors reveal their location when they interact with a chest, or when they pick up an item within 32 meters of your location. The trial begins with up to 2 additional chests in the environment. So you're giving them 2 extra chests for them to get items. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's great I get notified that they're grabbing an item. So you're giving them a better chance to get keys. Don't use it. Oppression, which is my favorite of the 3, but it's still lackluster. When you damage a generator, up to 3 other random generators also begin regressing. If the affected generators are being repaired, any survivor repairing them will receive a difficult skill check. Oppression has a cooldown of 120 seconds. Apart from the cooldown, which is ridiculous, by the way. Jesus Christ. Absolutely ridiculous. Great skill checks aren't enough. Yeah, they usually blow a gen and then they usually fail the great skill check, and then you can go and run to them, but it's not enough. You don't regress all the other gens like if you did with a pop either. It doesn't carry over, so it's just lackluster. Coup de Grace. Yeah, this was nerfed to the ground, wasn't it? Each time a generator is completed, Coup de Grace grows in power, gain a token. So you got to live by the survivor's rules in the trial as a killer, as usual. Consume 1 token to increase the distance of your next attack launch by 40%. It goes up to 60% in max rank. It was 100% in the PTB, but it was too strong by the devs, so they nerfed it down to 60% being the max. It's a crap perk. It's got rules applied to it. Again, rules by the survivors. They have to do a gen, then the game throws you a little bone. It's crap. The perks were lackluster. The killer is lackluster in my opinion. The idea was cool, but it was executed poorly, and that leaves a bad taste in all the customers' mouths who bought it. I bought it with shards. Thank God I bought it with shards. First chapter I've ever bought with shards. There's been 18 chapters. This is the first. There's a reason why it's not played all the time. There's a reason why killers, survivors alike don't like her. And when you did the locker change with Victor and updated the graphical, like the animation that he holds the locker, you gave it 10 seconds. I have no idea what you guys are doing. Me personally, I put her on C tier. Middle to low C tier. After the next patch, and well, maybe when we get to the next chapter, maybe chapter 20, if we get that far with this game. If it ever gets to chapter 20, I'll redo a tier list and I'll do it properly there and I'll put her on one. But for now, that's my overall thoughts and conclusion on the twins. I don't really enjoy playing her, and when I play another killer, I just forget about her. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you understand and at least respect my opinion on the twins. Leave your comment down below and let us know what you think of the twins and why. And let's be respectful about this. Yeah, I know tier lists and things like that and anything revolving around the word tier, people get really personal about it. Let's keep it civil. Let's keep it nice. Let's keep it, let's keep it decent. Come on. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you do like the content and you want to see more DBD-related things. And hopefully they fix the twins, honestly. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys on Monday.